bit about the history of where CocosSharp came from. Well, Cocos 2D is a 2D game engine, and it was built for Objective-C developers. So they create Mac and iOS applications. And then that got ported into the cross-platform space with Cocos 2D which was all C++ based. Well, that's great. Everyone loves to manage memory. So then someone said, there's got to be a better way. Someone then went out and leveraged Monogame, which had already been out, and created Cocos 2D XNA, which was all in C#, but it leveraged new platforms across iOS and Android. So the first two there, the first one only targeted iOS, and then Cocos 2DX targeted Android and iOS and even Mac desktop. And then Cocos 2D XNA, which has been out for quite a long time, targeted all the platforms. Now, what we did with CocosSharp was that we took what was there in Cocos 2D XNA, and we kind of loved what was going on there. Well, we wanted to contribute actively to it, so we kind of forked it, and there's some logistics of putting things back into it with different licensing. So we said, okay, we're just going to open source all of CocosSharp, so it's available completely on GitHub. But we're going to do a few things that we thought just could be nicer for C# developers. So we did, we fixed constructors and naming and different .NET idioms, and I like to call it C#ier. It's a C#ier API. We had global state. So before you could only kind of have one Windows director, and that's kind of what we'll talk about here is, but you could actually have multiple screens going on. So if you're in the desktop space, actually having multiple screens. We made actions immutable. We added NuGet and PCLified everything, pickled it, if you will. Added extensions, and we like to call sanitizing the hierarchy, and I'll go over the hierarchy of a game. But we did lots of other things in a cross-platform way, like events and colors and labels, to just simplify the API